Okay, great. Well, here you can see all the way to the left, the listings get put in your local MLS, whether you're in Michigan or Ohio or Florida. That's where everything starts. So the listings get put into the local MLS, and then they go to three places. They go to Online Office, and whether that's onlineoffice.cbhunter, onlineoffice.cbgreat-lakes, onlineoffice.cbfloridahomes, that's where they get sent first. And as you can see there, there's a little note. The agents need to have their LAG ID in their user account in Online Office in order for those listings to flow over. So what that means is, in Online Office, admins, ASCs need to go to the Administration tab, go to Users, find the person, the new agent in their office, click on their account, and then you need to go to the Details page. There will be a drop down here. Depending on which region you're in, you need to pick the correct MLS feed, and then you put in this number. That number should be provided to you by your new agent. They should have gotten it at their local board when they went and signed up there. If they're having trouble tracking that down, feel free to help them give the board a call and ask for their agent ID number. That needs to be put in there. Flipping back to our flowchart, now that coldwellbanker.com is on the Zap platform, listings will no longer feed through Dash first. They're on an automatic feed from your local MLS. So that's good news because they'll get there faster, they'll be more accurate, and we'll be able to track information easier. So not only is it going to our local not only does it go to coldwellbanker.com national, it's going to our local Zap sites, both on our regional level and then all the way drilled down to the agent level. So directly from the MLS, it's going to those three spots. Online Office then feeds these three locations: ListHub, all of our great websites on the consumer-facing site, and Dash. And you can see under Dash, there's a little caveat: agents need the Realogy ID and user account in Online Office. So what that means, back to our Online Office, back in our user account, this very long, weird-looking number here is the Realogy ID. Now in Dash, when you get that number, it's actually called the Person GUID, G-U-I-D. There is a document that was sent out, but I'll send it out again, that shows step-by-step how to get to that. Now we have found that a few people did not have this active person option in their Dash. If that's the case, please reach out to me or Sandy Balderak and we'll ensure that you have correct security in order to view your people and get that Realogy ID. If they don't have that Realogy ID, their listings will not go into Dash. You can also see that I do have a few email addresses here. So if a listing's not showing up in Online Office, of course you can always reach out to me, but there is an email address here that you can send in a help desk ticket to. Same as in Dash. If there's a listing that's not on Dash, or it's incorrect in Dash, or it's incorrect in Coldwell Banker, help@coldwellbanker.com is where you want to reach out to, but of course you can always reach out to me as well. So we've gone from MLS to Online Office to ListHub, and then we have all of these websites. Now this is just a few of the top ones that I've chosen. Of course, we've all seen that great flyer that lists out about 90 different websites. So that is where the information gets to there. Again, small little caveat on listings to leads. First time listing will go over. After that, photos, price changes do not flow. If an agent has a price change or new photos, they do need to be loaded manually into listings to leads. They will not be sent over. Same with open houses. If you want to utilize those great marketing tools and listings to leads for open houses, they do need to be added manually. Okay, let's go back down here. So we've gone from MLS to Online Office to Dash. We've got our LAG ID. We've got our Realogy ID. This is where it's going to flow to next. You can see right here, Zillow and Trulia. That is being fed from a feed from Realogy on our company level. All of our listings are being fed over. If your local MLS feeds Zillow and Trulia because of an agreement they have, our corporate feed will trump that. And why that is because we have special branding on ours that allows for our company names, our logos to look exactly like we want them to look. So if your local MLS is feeding Zillow and Trulia, our corporate feed is trumping that. Now, because we like to keep things complicated, there is another caveat here. So coldwellbanker.com on the Zap platform is now being fed by your local MLS. However, the good news is certain things will feed from Dash. So for example, in our Harbor Springs location, their MLS allows very few characters in their property descriptions. So agents would go into Online Office, put in a great description. It would then feed to Dash, which would feed coldbanker.com. They can still do that. If you're uploading high-res photos because your MLS is dumbing them down in size, they can still load them in Online Office. They'll feed to Dash. Dash will then trump the MLS feed on coldbanker.com and put in the new information. You can see down here, this information is explained here. The listing description, virtual tours, photos, open houses, all of those, if they're put into Dash, whether directly or via the feed from Online Office, they will trump the information coming from the MLS directly to coldbanker.com. And you can see there at the bottom, the MLS data is compared to Dash data, and it is refreshed twice a day. So if you put an open house in at 8 a.m. tomorrow, it'll show up eventually at some time during that day, depending on when that day they are updating that feed. Any of this information that you want to find out about the new Zap site, you just want to go over to CB Exchange. It's actually right on the home screen. And if I'm lucky, it won't log me out. Oh, I'm lucky today. Okay, it was on the home screen earlier, but since it's not, you just want to type in Zap. And the new, I apologize, it was up directly. I never should have backed out. Okay, well now it doesn't want to come up, but it should be under your bell, of course, because it's new information and it's not there either. So CB Exchange has burned me once again, but that's okay. The information is in here, I do promise you. If you've not been in CB Exchange today, it will show up first on your feed. But all the information that was pasted here is explained in there. It also explains how your agents now update their profiles, which we did go over briefly in a BlueSync a couple weeks ago, but quickly just to show you. They're going to want to update all their information now for coldbanker.com in their Zap platform. They're going to want to log in. They're going to want to go to my website. And they're going to want to fill out all this information. They're going to make sure their photo's correct. They're going to want to make sure their personal statement's in there. If they have a YouTube video, they're going to want to add that there. They're going to want to link their social media through there. That now feeds coldbanker.com. Great news though, right? Because it's one-stop shop. It's going to update their Zap sites locally and also update coldbanker.com. I'm going to go back to that flowchart just real quickly. And while I read questions, and then we'll give a quick recap and then we'll be done. Okay, first question, Tommy. Yes, I will be emailing this flowchart to everyone today, both managers, admins, and ASCs. I'll also be loading it into Online Offices in all 3 regions. Yes, Denise, thank you. Same question as Tommy. I will be emailing it out. I'm not going to be sending it direct to agents. I'm going to leave that to you guys to send it out to your agent list in your offices. Yes, thanks, Bruce. All same question. Yep, I will provide you with that flowchart. So unless there's any other questions, I'll just briefly recap while I give you guys a chance to type if you do have a question. Flows left to right, MLS, hits Online Office, got to have that LAG ID in there. That then feeds List Hub, our local sites, CB Great Lakes, CB Hunter, CB Florida. Also feeds Dash. Of course, you have to have that Realogy ID in there. Again, I will be sending those instructions out as well along with this flowchart. And then you can see where Dash will then update on coldbanker.com those certain fields. Also will update Zillow and Trulia. So I don't see any other questions that have come through. Of course, if you have any that come in after the fact, if you think of something or if you're reading over the flowchart after I send it out, feel free to reach out to myself and I will be able to answer hopefully any questions you have. Now, I have noticed that there are a few issues with agents that have been terminated in Dash are still showing up on Zap. We're trying to work out why that is, but if you do notice an agent on the Zap site that is no longer with us and they're still showing up, please notify myself or Sandy Balderak and we will hopefully take care of that. So this is the Zap site. You can go in there, you can search for houses of course, but up here you can click Find an Agent. So if you want to check on your agents, if they are showing up on the live site, you just go there, click Find an Agent, type in your local area. And then it's going to give you the list of the agents. Now, you can see anybody that has a review in the system is going to show up first. After that, it simply goes to alphabetical order. So feel free to check out your agents, what they're looking like, what kind of work they need to be done. We see we have a little what of work here to get some photos in there, information like that. Okay, well that's all for me, and no other questions came in, so I'm going to wrap up for today. Everybody in Michigan, our admins, look forward to hearing about our 13-week Schmidt's Got Talent winners sometime shortly, as soon as we tally all those points. If you've not turned in your points to your captain, make sure you get those in as soon as possible. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day.